Like a lot of dudes, well, first, a lot of dudes, they marry hoes. A lot of dudes marry hoes, and later on, as his wife gets older, she'll just put everything on the table and be like, "Hey, I wanna, we gotta." Usually, the conversation usually goes something like this: We gotta, do more things to, we gotta expand our horizon. It usually goes something like that. That type of talk. And what that usually means is she wants more D inside her. You know, sometimes you might want a woman. She want a man and a woman. Because as a lot of these women get older, they just don't care no more. They let the cat out the bag, so to speak. And a lot of guys have this thing where if I might have smashed the girl, we might have smashed the same girl, and in his mind, he feels offended. Now, if that's his main girl, okay, we understand that. But if we smash the same girl, that's our girl. It's the community's girl. So I'm like, hey man, don't get mad at me. That's our girl. That's everybody's girl. The community's girl. You know? If that's your main girl, okay, hey, cool, no problem. You know what I'm saying? But if we happen to smash the same girl and we know about it, what the hell? What's the problem? What's the big deal? You know? Even if sometimes some of these guys that be married to, a hoe, basically, and over time, she might be part of the community as well. That happens a lot too, especially as a lot of these women get older. They get older, they don't look the way they used to look. The looks fall off. They big back, done picked up probably 50 pounds, 100 pounds. So, they don't care. And a lot of them get tired of being nice to the guy that they got married to, or the guy that they decided to move in with. Because in reality, she never liked the dude in the first place. No, not 200 pounds. That's too much. God damn. There ain't too many women I know gain 200 pounds. If they gain 200 pounds, she probably got some type of medical problem, like gland problems or something like that. You know, 200 pounds, that's a lot, boy. If she gained 200 pounds, that probably means she weighed 400 pounds. That's a lot. It happens, but that's not common. That's all I'm saying. You know. But a lot of times, a lot of these women never liked the guy that they got with in the first place. She just settled with him. And see how the attraction of the woman that you're dealing with, that's going to be based on the treatment that you get. That's how that usually goes. So if her attraction to you is high, you're gonna get that 5-star treatment. But if it's low, or she might, he alright. No. See, a lot of guys never have had that 5-star treatment. A lot of guys have never had or been around a woman that really liked them. That's a kind of a sad thing for me to say, but it's the truth. A lot of guys are around women that just tolerate them, basically. This is why you have a bunch of guys that think that they gotta spend money all the time, gotta have all this stuff, car, clothes, house, jewelry, money in the bank. They think all this stuff is gonna keep the woman from behaving in a certain type of way. No. You need a job for yourself. You don't need a job for her. You know, you need a job. You don't really need a job. You really need the money. You need the money. That's what you really need. You need the money for you, not for her. You know, you can have all the money in the world and the bitch still leaves. She still cheats. Because it ain't about the money and about the stuff all the time. Look at some of these celebrities. They have wives. The bitch still leaves. The bitch still cheats. They're laying up with man and woman. Damn. You know, come on. So obviously, it ain't really about the money and the fame all the time. In regards to the celebrities, even though they live in a different life. But if they can't keep a bitch with all the money and the fame, you know you can't do it either. If you were to attain that status and get on that level. You know? It's really going to be based on how much she likes you. And there's different levels to that shit. It's going to be based on how much she like you. How much she like you is going to determine how good the sex going to be. Oh, yeah. If not, you get the lazy suck. You know, oh, God. Or she'll, you know, she got to get high and drunk to be around you. You know, so that's not good. Every time it's time to do something, she got to get drunk, to get high. Nah, she got to be out of her mind to tolerate you. That's horrible. That's how you know something ain't right. Like, damn, the bitch got to be drunk and high. She got to sniff and be out of her mind. Yeah, that's not right. I gotta plug my phone up. But there's a lot of people like that though. That's because they never really. She settled. They never really into a guy like that. So you got to get high as a kite to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a stripper. They got to get high and drunk to go on the pole at that strip club. And when they get off the pole, they walk around talking to guys, doing lap dance. They got to be high to do that. Guys touching all over her the whole night. She go home stinking. You know, you got, I don't know, 50 to 100 guys bragging on you the whole night in the strip club. You can't be sober doing that. You got to be high on something. She don't like those guys in the strip club. She hate them. I mean, at best, she might like women a little bit, But most of the guys in the strip club, she hate them. Can't stand them. She just want the money from them. That's it.